We gonna talk about something. This is a mess, y'all. Okay, I'm happy. I just saw Lovey T. I'm gonna make a recap on that when she talk about Amber Rose capping on Beyonce for defense of Kim Kardashian. Now, I want to say about Amber Rose, I never liked Amber Rose as an attraction. I mean, she seemed to be a cool person, but I'm sorry. And if any woman is watching my channel who has a buzz cut, a fade, I'm sorry, you're not my type as in dating options, okay? Just like, for example, right now I have my shirt off. You won't want no man that's thin like this. I understand that, and trust me, I will go to the gym when I feel like it. I'm wasting my money. But anyway, point is, I like women with long. I like hair. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, if she had if it's a weave, long as I don't see no tracks in there, I like long hair. I mean, times and time, you can't speak for every brother. I'm sorry. I do love a woman with long hair. I'm sorry. That's always been my attraction since I was a child. You know what I'm saying? When I saw a woman with long hair, you know what I'm saying? I know what weave was because my grandmother didn't wear it at the time, you know what I'm saying? And my grandmother at one period of time, she had long hair, you know what I'm saying? And my aunt hair was to here. So therefore, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And I have on my mama's side, one of my aunts had long hair too. So, you know what I'm saying? So, one thing my mother told me when she was younger, before they started wearing afros, she had long hair back when she was little. So, I ended up saw the picture, but she was telling my grandma on my dad's side. So, I always love. Let me give you who I used to love growing up as a child before Whitney Houston came in the game. That's my second love. Diana Ross. Yeah, for real. I know she was in her 40s. 30 years ago, that was my dream love. For real, Diana Ross. I love that long hair. I know that's not her hair, but at the time I thought that was hers. I'm sorry, I like long hair. I grew up in the 80s. I'm not changing that. So, in this one, and I'm glad I'm using Amber Rose as a scapegoat. This is not a dark-skinned woman. This is a racially abused, light-skinned woman with non-kinky hair who chose to go bald head. I'm sorry. That's not attractive to me. For example, white woman Sinead O'Connor. I'm mixed with Irish, by the way, besides black English. Y'all know my favorite church, by the on Instagram. I will not go with no Sinead O'Connor. I'm sorry. When I saw her, the only thing I liked about Sinead O'Connor was her talent. Nothing compares to you. They didn't like her tearing the post picture a couple years ago, back in the 90s. That y'all disgusted by that as well. But point is, I don't like bald head women. At first I thought she had cancer, but I found out later on that she didn't have cancer. Because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so I've been watching Nothing Compares to You video over and over again back in 1990 and 91. I don't forget, I was a little child then. I was 10 years old and 11 years old and 12. Okay, anyway, point is I turned 12 in 91. Anyway, point is, so I'm sorry, I don't like bald head women. The only particular woman I will admit that I like with a short cut like that is Lupita Nyong'o because it fits her physique. We used to seeing women from the motherland look like that. But if she was from the United States, I will admit I wouldn't. Just for example, what's that woman who was on the chain go whatever, the one that got caught with the white man, and she said that they was harassing her because because she was they was kissing, but found out later on, I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody say, found later on that she was having sex in the car, and everybody thought she was a prostitute. And no, I'm not making fun of interracial couples or white man and a sister situation. I understand that women of color and white men, they seen this, prostitute and pimp situation, which is very racist as well. But when they found out that she was having sex in the car, which is common in California, because I don't know what's going on in California, y'all are freaky down there. Trust me, I know, because I'll admit I want to become a porn star 20 years ago before I started being very, spiritual, and, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's how I know, okay? So, anybody know racial situation, because me and the guy, a couple years, actually 2 years ago, on a multiracial social network, me and this guy who's multiracial, who's me, he looks white, but he's from the American. He has his wife is African American, sending his children from his first wife. And we were talking about this situation about that woman from the Chango, the sister who's bald head. And I'm sorry, I wouldn't know. She can have all the white men. I'm sorry. I'm not tapping on that. I don't like bald head women. I'm just telling you, I like a woman with hair. And especially if I want to have sex when I do get married, I want to grab some hair, okay? If it's weave, it better be attached real good so I won't grab and pull off, okay? It gotta be some clip-on extensions or something. I like to grab hair. I'm sorry, I like playing with hair. I like rub my fingers to hair. I'm sorry. That's my preference. I'm not changing for nobody. If it's long, women with nice long thin dreads, I'm going to touch that too, okay? I like long hair, okay? So point is, going back to the story, we'll go back to Amber Rose. Anyway, we're talking about the situation. We're talking about the TMZ tapes being linked out that they found out that she was that the woman was having sex with her white boyfriend in the car, and he thought that was a prostitute. And so he thought that I was trying to explain my narrative. He thought that I was trying to compare her to a prostitute because she was a sister and she was with a white man. And I said, no, that's not. I'm not racist like that. And I said, you know that I also claim my multiracial roots. So therefore, don't go with me that I had to go on inboxes. I said, excuse me, you didn't have to get mad at me in your group and all other stuff. Because first I wasn't trying to stereotype. I was telling you how I know about this because even I did stuff in California, but I was in Northern California back in 89. Visiting. I never went to Southern California. And so anyway, my point is how I know because I used to try to want to be said when I turned 18 that I wanted to become a porn star. For real, I'm not lying. I wanted to become a stripper and I wanted to become a porn star. And I knew in California, especially in San Fernando County, where to go, who to go contact and everything. You know, you have to tell because I used to watch them dog on stuff on cable, especially HBO, real sex. Yeah, I used to watch all that. I'll go ahead and admit my sinful behavior. Okay, you know what I'm saying? When I was a teenager, I mean, I can relate. Okay, anybody who I remember, yeah, I used to watch all that. Yeah, I remember the Playboy channel. It had the static cover and everything, but you can still see what's going on. Yeah, when I first got cable in my room at 15 years old, yeah, Friday, Saturday nights, yeah, and you know what I'm saying, there was no schoolwork then, so I used to watch all that, so that's how I know. So in California, they had the sex work, like Ambrose using that term, that actually I think it came out in California, if I'm not mistaken, okay? So that's how I know. Like, for example, what's that woman, her name was, Raven Williams. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about from Rock of Love. She call herself the nappy headed nappy. That's her term. No, I'm not calling her nappy head. That's her. That was her screen name before she got kicked off of YouTube. Nappy Hole 83, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And Happy Hooker 83, something. Okay, that was her two screen. I think she was. I used to subscribe to her, and even though I like everything she said. Okay, and I was not checking for her. One time I was trying to give her legal information to a lawyer. She thought that I was trying to help on her because I'm a brother, because she think that, I'm sorry, her attitude, ain't about her being a sister, after she's Creole, but you know what I'm saying, she not, she's, about my complexion, so if I was color struck, you know what I'm saying, I'm about the same complexion, you know what I'm saying, that wouldn't matter. So, I mean, about that, it's about her attitude. She like white men, go ahead and like white men. I'm not blessing you for that. I like all type women, but I like exotic looking women, okay? Ambrose is not one of them. So anyway, the point is, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I know that she was into this sex worker thing. I wasn't trying to hit up on her. So if she watched my video, Raven, I was not hitting up on you, baby, boo-boo. No, I wouldn't want you, okay? Let a white man have you. Bye. Anyway, bye, Felicia. Anyway, point is, going back to the situation. So me and this dude was, saying we were beefing, and he was saying, I said, don't play with me like that, dude. You know that I was not being a racist person, making fun, because I know because he used to be in a relationship with a sister, and I don't know about the whole detail there, but I was not. I said, excuse me, in California, so that's the porno company, that's where all the prostitutes at. I had relatives that live in California. They told me, okay, so that's I know, okay. They ain't tell me all detail, but I find more detail, and I showed it was said when I was a teenager, that when I turned 18, and after graduate high school, before I started being spiritual and stuff, I was gonna go to do porn. I'm serious, I was gonna do porn, and I was gonna become a stripper. Point blank, easy money. Thank God I didn't do it. But anyway, point is, but so anyway, going back to Amber Rose, I'm sorry, I don't like no bald head women. I'm sorry, I'm like Willie D, bald headed hoes. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't like no. I'm sorry, I'm not into no bald head. Like I said, only particular woman I would say that is beautiful with the rock that is Lupita Nyong'o, and that way I would actually go with that true African sister. But I'm sorry, if she was from here, it's just that's how it's American. That's how I was raised. Okay, and I'm not changing for nobody. I have a right to have my own opinion. Anyway, point is, Amber Rose come in and she's beefing about my girlfriend Beyoncé, okay? She's trying to defend Kim Kardashian. Don't forget that they was beefing because Kanye left her for Kim Kardashian. So, Now and then, so and you know she blamed it like I'm glad Love It T was talking about. She called her out. She blamed what's the name? Blamed the internet because Lord have mercy. They blame the internet because she opened her big mouth and told on herself about, yeah, I do agree that college should not be going with Tiger. Tiger, dude, you 10 years younger than me. You born 80, 89, born 79. And it's funny that Kylie when I turned 8, before I turned 18, during that time, Kylie was already born. Yeah, that's kind of shocking. Anyway, so point is, dude, she's adult now. You can go with her, but I wouldn't go with no teenage, underage girls. Please don't do the R. Kelly thing. Please don't do the R. Kelly thing. Please. I mean, it's a bunch of thoughts that are of age. Okay, so I understand how R. Kelly can go with, try to go with Aaliyah, and Aaliyah, me and her the same age, if she was still living. I don't see how in the world he'll go with her when all them, all them fine women, was them fine sisters on them videos, ooh. Some fine sisters on them videos when he was on a public announcement. You know what I'm saying? Honey, love, you know what I'm saying? And so, there's some Via Vixen thoughts out there. So if, I was thinking that way too at 13 years old when that Honey Love came out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, a body caller for me and bump and grind. Yes, we as a teenage, come on. We used to think any dudes that grew up in the 90s, y'all listen to R. Kelly movies before the controversy, okay? Because I don't condone him now. I actually don't like him no more. But the point is, you remember, we used to think about what we want to do to the chick. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and lie about what I'm not trying to scandalize nobody, but when we was growing up in the 90s, that come in our head, we know what thing we knew. If we got a chick, put R. Kelly music on. Hello. So that point is, I'm saying, y'all know, we used to think, let's think about his shoes. All right, anyway, that's too much information. But point is, all right, so I don't understand how in the world he would go with Tiger go with a teenage underage girl where you got all these women in Hollywood and everything. Like, for example, I said about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby don't need a drug. Dude, if you got money, I'm not saying cheat on Camille because it was wrong, but if you gonna do it, get with somebody who willfully, without no drugs. I mean, come on, I'm not condoning what you did to those women, but doggone, there's no reason to drug these women and try to make them have sex with you. You got money. There's a bunch of thoughts of all colors, all shapes, holes of every code. Every shape, every color, every race. What the heck you got the drug there? Come on now. So going back to, I know y'all laughing. It don't make no sense. When you got men with money, even Donald Trump had hoes. Okay, come on now. I mean, dang. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I mean, I don't see how someone can drug these women when you got money. I mean, come on. If Biggie can have hoes, and the Biggie said, and I'm not being color struck, he said himself, black and ugly as ever. If he can have hoes and be considered in that situation, then any man can have hoes. Okay, come on now, with money. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a you call it metrosexual, pretty boy type man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no money, but I know if I had money, all these doggone hoes come. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be misogynistic, but I'm speaking as if you can understand where I'm coming from. Because at the same time, for y'all women who listen, the men that's looking for hoes are hoes too. So I have to be gentle in quality of this. But going back to the situation with Amber Rose. Amber Rose is, trying to do the slut shaming, don't slut shame, and all this other stuff because Kim Kardashian showed some nude pictures, some nice boobs. And for real, she had me almost trying to go, and this is Holy Week, Lord have mercy, I shouldn't be talking like this. And my point is, she, Bette Midler, Pink, and Piers Morgan, everybody came and slammed, slut shamed Kim Kardashian. And so Kim Kardashian was going back, and Pink, one thing about Pink, like I said, she said one thing, she leave it alone. And, don't fight with Pink. That white woman got some hood in her, you know what I'm saying? She proved that she can sing like a sister. See, I was on her side. I'm glad that she went to that club, even though I'm not for underage people going to clubs. But fortunately, me and her, Pink, about the same age. So when I saw her behind the music, as a person who do sing Latin music and got criticized from all sides for that situation, therefore, I was glad to see this white girl singing Mary J. Blige went to the club. She pushed them brothers and sisters who was coon and called her all type of white bitches and stuff, knowing they got white DNA in their doggone family tree, being hypocrite, had to criticize white girl. She wasn't calling nobody no niggas and all the other stuff. So therefore, she came out and did her thing. And I love me some Pink. Yes, I do. I love when she said most girls. Okay, y'all know. But I remember that song, most girls, and I love that song. Okay, I want. I'm sorry, real love. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Most girls want a man with a thumb. Oh, I forgot the whole lyrics. It's been years since I love Pink, but she had pink hair and that short hair. Okay, point is, going back to Kim Kardashian. So Amber Rose, she had beef. She talked about Kim's sister. You know what I'm saying? Kylie. Now she's trying to kiss up to Kim Kardashian. And so she gonna have the nerve to throw my girl. All right, Beehives. You know I'm a Beehive too. I've been a Beehive fan since 1997 when no. Act like you in Vogue. No. You say yeah. I said I was graduating high school when that song came out. Okay, so I've been a Beehive fan since then. When Amber Rose, bald-headed Amber Rose, came out and started to put Beyonce on the bus, you know the Beehive came out there and clowned her to death. They stained her. They'll get on that. Okay, they put a stain on that situation. And I ain't got nothing against Beyonce. I defend her that formation. On my last video I did. Okay, y'all check that video out and actually do tweet and Obama and Eric Holder about getting the police officers out the workplace who don't want to help her concert. Okay, so point is, because I don't want the nation because they racist too, just like the Ku Klux Klan. Anyway, point is, Beyonce. They came and Beyonce dressed sexy. Beyonce, but Beyonce have class, okay? Beyonce might act sexy on stage. She might twerk, but you don't hear her showing all her tits out and her cooch out. You see her sucking on, what's his name, Jay-Z. Beyonce keep that in the bedroom. That's one thing I like about Beyonce as a man. I'm from Houston, and I met her father, which I can't stand, Matthew Knowles. I seen him 2 times. Her mother I met in 2008 when Solange had a concert on Dunvale, Westheimer, which is the Walmart, back in August 2008. And we got rained on, okay? So I met Miss Knowles, and Miss Tina Knowles Lawson is a good woman. She was shaking my hand and everything. But I met Matthew Knowles back in 99 at the club in Richmond, Tyler, Texas, Arts of Entertainment. I forgot what it's about. We pay $25 a month. They have entertainment lawyers who are voluntary to. They're trying to know about the contracts you're in, in the industry, so you won't get screwed. Okay, you won't be like on Tony Braxton, TLC situation. Okay, or NWA situation. Okay, so that's the reason why. And I went to a seminar at 20 years old. Back in 99, it was, so I remember Matthew Knowles and I want to shake my, act like he want to introduce myself, so every time I never forget how he is, how cocky he is. But I always loved Beyonce, his daughter, and I always want, if I ever had any chance to meet her in person before she married Jay-Z, it would be nice to me to date her and even consider marrying her. So yes, that's why I have a big love for Beyonce, and folks think that I don't like women. Yes, I do. I love Beyonce, okay? So I'm going to defend Beyonce, and that I'm a such shame bald-headed Amber Rose. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm serious. And Beyonce might have weave, but it looks good on her, and you cannot tell it's weave. That's one thing about her. She makes sure that you can't tell it's weave, okay? So point is, but I'm sorry, and Amber Rose, I would like to ask you a question. We're gonna bring race into this. I'm about to go there. On light girls, I saw both dark girls and light girls. And you said your family was Creole. So as last time I checked, I didn't know they called Cape Verdean people Creole. I'm French Creole, or mixed part French from Louisiana. So I went and did some research on who you really are, and I didn't know they called y'all that down there. So that was a very confusing. We should specify who you really are, Cape Verdean French Creole, Cape Creole, whatever you want to call it, in Irish. Okay. Oh Lord. Dang it, I told you I mentioned here another video mentioned my Irish background again. Okay, so point is, I think her dad's Irish ties, something like that. Okay, well, Amber Rose, what happened to your white dad? Why did he leave or something? I'm gonna be up because if I was a father, I wouldn't let my daughter strip at 15 years old. If your mother was concerned about Wiz Khalifa, who's camera like me, not dark skinned, okay, since he was not pale for you, okay, for your family, and like I'm saying, if me personally, I wouldn't get butthurt about a family member not coming to my wedding. I told my family this a long time, who I ever choose to marry, whoever the woman with race she is, do not, if you don't want to come, don't come. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let you spoil my day. I'm not going to change my view. If I would choose to take any woman, or whether it be white or whatever, that's my business. I choose how I want to marry and whatever I want to, because I'm not going to marry somebody you want me to marry just for you and be unhappy in a situation trying to please y'all. See, I like to go things my way in my life. That's how I live my life, okay? So point is, whatever my choices are my happiness, not somebody else's, okay? So point is, if I wouldn't have got butthurt about Wiz Khalifa, but I think there's more to the story. Wiz Khalifa, I'm sorry, he's a good artist, but he a thug. I can understand if it was, what's his name, Romeo Miller, okay? You can make that comparison. I can understand that, because Wiz Khalifa and Romeo, we all in the camera complexion situations. I can understand. And Romeo Miller does not act ratchet. I don't know if he smoked weed, but he don't show it. He has, even though his father was a thug gangster rapper on Master P, that dude have a different persona than his own father. And his father has cleaned up his life, because we ain't heard no ratchet stories about except the divorce he's going through, okay? So I understand that, and anybody, including myself, I'm sorry, Wiz could be, you know what I'm saying, and I'm older than Wiz, I'm 36. Wiz, if I had a daughter that was close, you know, that was better turning 18, 19 years old, if I had a child as a teenager, okay, which I wanted to have a child as a teenager, I would admit one of those stupid people who wanted to have children young, and I didn't have it. And she mentioned Wiz Khalifa, and Wiz Khalifa the same, almost same camera complexion. And I'm gonna tell my daughter, okay, you know what, you grown, but I don't think support this, because first of all, you're bringing trash into in our family. Just like Whitney Houston mama told Whitney Houston when she married Bobby Brown. Okay, so that's exactly, he smoked weed 24/7. Okay, and he put himself in jail and got arrested. Don't understand that he can be part of the prison system as a slave. So when the brother does stuff like that, I don't care what shit, he be light skinned, just like Apollo lighter than me. You think I want somebody about Apollo? You know Apollo one year older than I am. Okay. If I had a daughter who's 18, 19 years old, I'm 30, I can do that because I've had a child in the 90s. They can happen, okay? And she brought Apollo home after leaving Phaedra, should I say. You think I'm be happy? No, don't bring no Apollo up. Don't bring no thug up in here. I don't care how I like, dog. Jeremy Meeks, the one with the blue. Don't bring that mess up in our family. But if you want me to come to your wedding, I ain't coming to your wedding. Because I raised you better than that. I want you to marry somebody with some class and some integrity. Just like I tell my sons, don't bring no thought.